Yes, I know that's difficult. So I will get us started without further ado. We are recording, so I will put this in our team links, you guys. So, or you can grab it from my team and send it off to your people. So everybody here knows me, but I'll introduce myself. I'm Phyllis Anderson right now. I'm a senior Ruby ambassador with some big goals. And so I think we'll share a little bit about that tonight. But first, I wanted to start off by just introducing Brooke. She's here with us. She's going to be really pouring into our team tonight. She's just amazing. She's going to help us reach our goals and give us some ideas of how to do that. So I'm going to start off by saying we do have some events that are going on right now. So I don't want to waste any time. We're going to talk about the 7-day challenge. So I know this 7-day challenge it's Wednesday. We're halfway through. But it's never too late to add people, okay? And they can always go back. You can tag them in the welcome post. You can tag them in whatever you think you need to tag them in, and then just explain to them, that it's 7 days and that they can even add some of their own friends. They don't need a 7-day trial pack to do that. So that's something that kind of I used to think, you have to have a 7-day pack of Slim to do our 7-day challenge, and that's not necessarily true. It would be great for them to try the Slim while they're doing the challenge, but that doesn't matter. We want to just get as many people in and learning. So if you have curious people, but they don't necessarily want to do the Slim yet, throw them in the challenge too. So, the challenge stays open like a week later. So as long as you've added them, they can still go back and look at the posts. So that's enough of that. And then on Monday, we're going to have this 5-step training program. That's for new ambassadors. And so I don't know, Brooke, if you wanted to say anything more about that little training program, but she was saying it's pretty simple, so easier to follow and a little more new ambassador friendly. So is there anything else to add with that, Brooke?
No, just keeping it really basic, back to the basics. A lot of people just don't know what to do. Like, how do I get started? How should I be using my time? Just talking a little bit about how to use your time and simple steps to get going, that if you did on a daily basis consistently, you would make a lot of progress. So
okay, great. Awesome. Let me see. Okay, the end of March, this is kind of exciting. This is the first time we're doing this, March 26th through the 28th. It's going to be a 3-day blitz. And so this is where we can get trial packs. They're like 3-day trial packs. I ordered mine today. It's $89.95. And a trial pack I saw has the Slim, and it actually has Accelerator in it too. So for $89.95, I purchased it. It'll ship to my house here really soon. I'm going to start advertising and get people's samples sent out to them so that when the blitz starts, they have their samples and they're ready to go. And it just sounds really fun. Like it's going to be like a speed dating style, and it's going to be fast and simple. So it's 3 days instead of like 7 days of, all these posts. And some people just can't make it through the 7 days. It might be a little too overwhelming for them. So they just thought, let's try this, try the 3-day blitz. And so I'm excited about that because that'll be at the end of our month. So we're in the beginning, like middle of our month, we have the 7-day challenge. We'll be able to wrap up the month with another little blitz. So make sure everybody's muted.
I think Danette has a question. Do you know how to unmute yourself? You can go ahead and unmute yourself. It's in the lower left-hand corner, the little microphone icon. Just tap on that, or you can unmute her, Phyllis.
I'll do it. Okay. I'll get to Danette. Oh, there she is. She got it.
How many packs come in the $89 3-day trial pack that you just talked about?
Okay, it's 10 of them. So actually, if you have them pay you $10, then you're definitely making your money back. Plus, it's going to boost your PV, so you'll at least get 15% back, if not 25. So if your PV is over 500, you'll get 25% back on that $89.95. So yeah.
And would you suggest that for the people? Like, I've got about 10 people that are like, I'm really interested, but I've not had time to get to them. So would that be a good thing to do and like say, here's a great idea for you at the end of March. You can just try it.
Yep.
Is that what it's for? Okay.
Yeah, because really we'll be doing like all the education for you. It's like You get to just stick them in there and just follow up with them, make sure that they're actually looking at it, that they can find the group. And you can just stick them in there, have them try 3 days of Slim. They're not going to have unrealistic expectations because it's only 3 days. And it's super fun. We did this. If you guys don't know what it's like, go to Ohana Plexus and watch the live video I did today where I described how it's going to be run. And I think you guys will be excited about it.
Yeah, that's true. And then lastly, I just wanted to remind you guys that we have some major resources on our virtual office. This is kind of off topic of all the little events we have that we can plug people in to grow our team. But I think it's just as important that we know where to find our resources. So I got on the virtual office because people keep asking me, what are the ingredients in Slim and what are this and that? And so I went on Sunny and Share, and right there it pops up our kids multivitamin. Oh my goodness, there's some great information there. And it's, you just click like F for Facebook and you can immediately share it to your Facebook page. Like super user friendly. So if you're on your PC, your computer at home, I just clicked on it and shared the little shamrock shake, basically is what they had for the P96. It's a recipe. And so, and then I offered a free sample for whoever wants one, just to get product out there, get people trying it. And it was a fun little like relevant recipe. So get into your back office, check it out, because like seriously, you can just copy paste and send that information to people. And it's not, you know, it's not a big burden of like, oh, what can I look through and find good information? They've got it right there for you. So you don't have to create the wheel here, guys. It's already done for you. So I think that's all I have, Brooke. I will let you take it away.
Okay, well, I'm excited to be here. I'm already in my workout apparel because, like she said, I will be kind of partway through this call hopping in my Plexus Lexus, or as my little girl calls it, I want to go in the Plexus. She doesn't call it a Lexus, she calls it the Plexus. It's really, really cute because she's 2 and she doesn't know. She thinks it's the Plexus. So I'm going to get in my Plexus and go teach my class in my Plexus hat. If you don't have any Plexus gear, I want to encourage you guys to get some hats, get some tank tops, get some shirts. They're conversation pieces when you're out and about talking to people. So you can wear your brand on you, and that's a great thing to do. Etsy has cute things. Also, you can buy from My Plexus Print. So there's a lot of different places where you can find Plexus gear. Anyway, we are going to move on. We're going to talk about a lot of great things. Phyllis already talked about the 7-day challenge. And I just want to throw one more thing in there, right? If you have people that are in the 7-day challenge actively participating and they are loving it, they're loving the information, they're loving their samples, why not reach out to that person and say, hey, I'm so glad you're enjoying the 7-day challenge. It looks like you're learning a lot and you're liking your pink drink. Hey, is there anybody that you can think of that would like to see this information as well and maybe try to sample it? I just want you to know you can go ahead and add them to this group. But, you know, maybe you want to ask them before you do that, right? Obviously, we want to train people to ask people before they put in their group. But if somebody is really enjoying something, that's the best time to ask them to share. And how amazing would it be to have like 2 potentials in the 7-day challenge that are loving it, that have 3 or 4 other people come in, view the information, try a sample of Slim, and decide they want to sign up? Well, there you go. That person has already gone silver. And so it's an amazing thing to do to help to duplicate, because it takes that education off of you a little bit and places it on the third-party tool, which is the 7-day challenge. And when I say third-party tool, I mean anybody but you that's giving reinforcing information to a potential. That can be a video, a 7-day challenge, a Facebook event, a Zoom. All of those things are third-party tools, and it's just anything other than you. And so I want to encourage that. There were a couple of different questions that Phyllis sent to me that you guys had, and we're going to try and work through all of these as best we can. But the first thing I want to start with is I want to just give you guys a major shout out and props because your team is doing amazing. I want to recognize Phyllis. She has earned the Black Tie Gala already, so she's going to be going, getting all dressed up and fancy at convention in her little sparkly dress, and I don't know what you're going to wear, but it'll be fun to see. And I just want to congratulate her. That is a team effort, and she'll be the first one to say that. When we reach the upper ranks of the company, when we reach our senior gold, our ruby, our senior ruby, our emerald ranks and above, it's because it's a team effort. And so we're grateful for you guys, and we want to show you what is possible. That's one of the reasons why I keep going. I already am a diamond. I've already done all those things, but I am motivated to show you guys what is possible. And I know Phyllis feels the same way because we know this is such a great opportunity. But one thing we want to talk about is comparison. And comparison truly is the thief of joy. And sometimes we start this journey and we think, oh my gosh, Phyllis is going so fast, or look at how fast Brooke went, or look at how fast Emily went. Like, what's wrong with me? How come I'm not going so fast? It is okay. I want you to know that most people do not go at my speed. Most people do not go at Phyllis's speed. We are abnormal. You can just call us weird. We're weird. Okay, so that's not the norm. In most network marketing companies, it takes 5 years or more to reach the top of the company. Now, in Plexus, it doesn't take that long. The average time that it takes for people to get to diamond is just under 3 years. But can you imagine in 3 years reaching that level of income? One of my favorite mentors in the business is Sarah Marble. It took Sarah Marble 7 months to go silver. 7 months. So if you feel like you're on the slow track, that was like the extra super duper slow track. But it didn't matter. She made it to diamond eventually, and now she speaks at a lot of these conventions. She's a John Maxwell trainer. She is making plenty of money. She just built an entire orphanage in India. I don't think she's crying because it took her 7 months to get to silver. So when you feel like having a pity party, it's okay. I understand because I've had them myself too. But pull yourself out of there and keep your eyes on the prize. Keep yourself razor sharp focused on your goals and what it is you want to achieve through this opportunity and helping people through these products, because you can achieve it. But the only way you're going to achieve it is if you're committed to the journey and you're consistent along the way. You can't be hot and cold and 1 week be all over it, and then for 3 weeks we can't find you. So finding that place of consistency and balance is so important. And even if you're going at a little bit of a slower pace, you are consistent. And so you're growing month after month. And maybe you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back. You know, it's going to be like that, a little up and down, a little plateau, up again. That is just life. That's marriage. That's any kind of relationship, right? That's life. We have our up and down. So I just want to encourage you to really try hard to not compare and to try to genuinely be happy for other people when they succeed. Because to me, when I see other people succeed and when I saw other people going diamond or emerald, like my sponsor, when I saw her go emerald and she told me what she was making, when I saw her go diamond and she told me what she was making, I was like, okay, I actually know her. If she can do it, I can do it. And so it was very motivating and inspiring to me. And so Phyllis does have a really big goal, and I would love to see you guys rally around her and become an emerald team. And so that's what we're pushing for next month, April 30th. Is your birthday April 30th or May 1st? May 1st. Okay. So we are looking to help her get to the rank of emerald by April 30th. So what does that mean? Well, it means more growth in our team, more growth, more ambassadors. And you guys working collectively, everybody doing a little bit adds up to a lot. And this is a lesson I want you to learn in your business, even if you're not yet a gold ambassador, or maybe you're a gold ambassador and you're thinking, well, emerald seems like forever away. Guys, the way that I got to emerald was focusing on helping so many other people meet their goals. Who can I help go silver? Who can I help go silver again the next month so their products are paid for long term? Who can I help set up? This month we have super silver, which is awesome. If you're not taking advantage of that, I kind of want to reach through the screen and shake you a little bit because that is awesome. You guys already have silver ambassadors. You have people that haven't ranked gold yet. Like maybe you have 15 or 16 ambassadors. As long as you get 3 personally sponsored ambassadors and you have 50 points, you go super silver. And guess what? This month for super silver, they're counting welcome packs as points. And so I want to sort of reignite your passion to try to help people on your team go super silver and you yourself to go super silver. Okay, so 50 points is the equivalent of 10 people. Make sure that 3 of those are brand new with a welcome pack. So if you plan out your month and you look ahead and you're like, you know what, next month, I want to rank gold, and I have 12 ambassadors. That means at a bare minimum, I need 8 more ambassadors, but let's give it a cushion and let's say 10 ambassadors. I need 10 more ambassadors, so I end the month with 22 ambassadors, because maybe 2 of them are going to shut off next month, right? Because the thing you have to realize is that not everybody is committed to their health journey. Now, this was not so devastating to me because I've been in the fitness field for 20 years, guys. I've been teaching fitness classes for 20 years, and I know some of you guys take fitness classes and teach them. You know, in January and February, what's happening at the gym? Everybody's crazy. Everybody's there. They're working out hard. They're showing up. It's busy. What happens? March, April, numbers go down. People quit because maybe they didn't lose 20 pounds right away. And so they're like, I'm out of here. It didn't happen fast. Same thing happens in Plexus. But what's coming up? Summer. Oh, what happens in the summer? People want to get back on track. They want to get healthy. So don't get discouraged. You maintain the relationships, you maintain the friendships, you keep following up and reaching out to them. And a lot of times people will come back. But going back to this goal setting idea. So maybe if you have 12, you're planning to add 10 more people this month. And that might seem like a huge number to bite off. But if you break this down and say, you know, of those 10, I'm going to make a goal of personally sponsoring 4 people. And then I'm going to help 2 of my level 1 ambassadors go silver. So who do I know is enjoying their products or really needs to get their products paid for? I'm going to reach out to that person and I'm going to say, hey, Michelle, I know you're loving your slim, you're feeling really good and sleeping great. How do you feel about doing a shout out post for me on Facebook and just thanking me for introducing you to Facebook and talking about how good you're sleeping and how much energy you have, and then asking if any of your friends want to join you. A simple post, and then also encouraging that ambassador to just simply write down and make a list of maybe 10 to 20 people that they know that could really benefit from Plexus. Maybe it's somebody that needs better energy, has digestive issues, anxiety or depression, autoimmune conditions. Maybe they're just a tired, cranky mom. Maybe they are somebody that you see could be amazing at the business and you're terrified to reach out to them and you don't know how to. Well, guess what? Phyllis has some skills in that now. So you can reach out to her and say, Phyllis, I have this person on my list. I'm so afraid to reach out to them. How would you do it? So let us know. We can help you with ideas of how to reach out to people. But the main thing is you've got to take that first step. And that first step is planning. So get out your planner or get out your Plexus notebook. Write down the names of people you're going to help go silver or super silver and hatch that plan for how many people they need and how many people you need by the end of the month so that next month when all the auto shipments process, you rank. So if you're unclear about how ranking works, that's how it works. You set yourself up the month before by having enough enrollments so that the next month you can rank up and get that rank up bonus, okay? So planning, super important. Now, a lot of people also struggle with what to do with their time, okay? Does anybody struggle with that? Like when we say work your Plexus business and you're like, what does that mean? I don't know what that means, right? So when we say work your Plexus business, we're talking about IPA, which can be called intentional productive activity or income producing activity, however you want to call it. But when you are thinking about doing intentional activity, what does that mean? Well, I have this little written out thing on Power Hours that, Phyllis, did you share that with them already? The Power Hour copy and paste? Maybe not yet.
I can't remember. I think I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I can repaste it if I didn't.
Yeah. Well, it just kind of gives you suggestions of what you can do when you're working your business. I would say that some of the most important things are, if you treat this like a business, it will pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby and you'll be frustrated. And you do not have to spend full-time hours working this business. You can spend 1 hour a day. Some days you might have half an hour. Maybe you have 2 or 3 hours. Maybe you're someone that is really super motivated and driven, so you're going to spend 4 hours or more on your business. It doesn't matter. I've seen people that work full-time go to the top of this company and continue to work full-time at the top of this company. So I am kind of a no excuses sort of a girl. I know that there are excuses and I know that there's reasons, why things get in the way. I get that. I have 6 kids and when I was building up to Diamond, I was homeschooling all of my kids, and it was crazy. And I had a baby, but I set aside time at the beginning of the day, at lunchtime, and after they went to bed. And I fit it into those cracks, and I gave up some sleep, but nobody in my house is complaining now, especially my husband. So if it's important to you, you'll fit it into your schedule. That's what I'm saying. And I can't determine what's important to you and what you can cut off and what your trade-offs are, because I don't know what it is you really want to accomplish. And so you really have to think about that. And if it's something big, something that will really change your life, and I encourage you to go read my post I put up on Facebook tonight, because I kind of shared what was going on in our life before I decided to do this. And you'll hear a little bit of my heart and a little bit of my why. And then I want you guys to think about, well, why do I really want to do this? And if I want it bad enough, what am I willing to give up? Am I willing to give up an hour of TV at night? Am I willing to give up 2 hours of Netflix on the weekend? Am I willing to work this into my lunch hour? Am I willing to get up a half an hour early? What am I willing to do? So schedule it into your planner. And then planning ahead when you're working your IPA means actually writing down the names of people you're going to reach out to. And so I recommend that you do this the night before, so that the next morning when you wake up, it's all written out. You know exactly what you're going to do. You are laser focused on building your business and being intentional in all of your actions. If you don't write it down and you don't plan, a day will turn into 2 days. 2 days will turn into a week. A week will turn into a month, and you won't have sponsored any new customers or any new ambassadors. And what would happen if you had a brick and mortar store and you had no new customers coming into your store? You'd be out of business so fast, and you'd never be able to do that. You'd be hustling for customers. You'd be doing whatever you had to do. So treat this the same way. Work this the same way, and it will pay you back in dividends, guys. So planning out, and then I'm going to have her just send you this whole list of things that you can do in a power hour. But one thing that's really important to do is to separate your time and set a timer, okay, and stick to that. So if you want to do new reach outs to new people and you want to spend 20 minutes doing it, you'll have their names written down. You'll set your timer for 20 minutes. You'll send your authentic, genuine messages to them. Maybe you'll get some responses back and go back and forth. Then you're going to move on to the next task. Maybe the next thing is you're someone like me and you had to rekindle a lot of friendships. You didn't have a big network, and so you had to start building those relationships back up with people, talking with people more, liking and commenting on their posts, just sending them friendly messages, catching up with them, seeing what they've been up to. Maybe you're going to spend 20 minutes of what we call relationship building. I've had to do a lot of this because I moved a lot growing up, and therefore I did not connect deeply with a lot of people. I had a lot of acquaintances, but I've spent a lot of the last couple of years really reconnecting with people and relationship building. So maybe that's 20 minutes of your time as well. Maybe you're doing another 20 minutes of your time following up with fence sitters and inviting people that have not decided to pull the trigger to join our business event tomorrow, to join our 7-day challenge, to do our 3-day blitz. So you can spend 20 minutes inviting and following up. And in that 20 minutes, perhaps you're following up with 2 or 3 of your ambassadors or customers to see how they're doing. So you can see how you can fill up an hour very easily. But if you are focused, you will get so much done. And you might think that an hour is not enough. But if you did an hour 5 days a week, guaranteed, guys, you would be moving so much faster than you are now if you're stuck. So I want to encourage you guys to definitely focus on that. Any questions about power hours or IPA or anything like that before I move on? Okay. So that was one of the things that was most important to me growing and getting to the jewel ranks and getting to that place where it felt like really good income was working every single day, at least doing something every single day. And some days I could do more and some days I could do less, but no matter what, I did something every single day. Okay. I'm going to move on to, I'm going to go past that BioCleanse question because I know you can share that information that I shared with you, Phyllis. The only thing I'll say about BioCleanse is someone said a lot of people don't want to buy BioCleanse. I've honestly never had that problem. but I think it comes in how you educate people. And so if you're not sure about the benefits of BioCleanse and you think it's just for the laxative effects, and people are like, well, I don't want a laxative effect, get more familiar with the product so that you can help to highlight them other benefits. For example, it oxygenates the bloodstream. Higher oxygen levels in the body equals a better ability to fight off infection and pathogens. It's called an alkaline condition. And so that helps with immunity and fighting off infections. Higher oxygen levels also means more energy. So if they're struggling with energy, this is important. If they're struggling with exercise endurance, this is important. Magnesium, oh my gosh, almost everybody is magnesium deficient. So they need magnesium. Now, does that mean they're going to take 4 BioCleanse a day? No. I mean, maybe they're going to take 1 or 2, and that's fine. But that's great because then they're not going to have to order it every month. And you can have them add in something like XFactor Plus, which is essential, or Block, or Accelerator, or other things that will help them to reach their goals. So just make sure if you're really struggling with a product and getting people to see the value in the product, do a little bit more education and research yourself so that you can come across super confident and people are going to trust your judgment and your expertise. Let's see. Facebook, joining groups. Oh, okay. So it is a great way to expand your network would be to go to Facebook and join groups. So finding groups that are things that you're interested in. Maybe it's like fitness over 50 or golfing or parents of children with Crohn's or fit pregnancy. I joined some of those when I was pregnant. And I joined those groups. I interacted with people's posts. I did a couple posts. I got to know some people in the group. And I friend requested them. I never posted anything about Plexus, nor should you ever do that in a private group, especially if they say no sales of any kind. That just means you can't sell within that group. It doesn't mean you can't promote your products on your personal Facebook profile. So I just want to make sure that that's clear, you guys, and that you know that that's a great way to expand your network, but you just don't want to be actively promoting the product on the group page or you will get kicked out of the group, okay? Any other questions about that? No? Okay. I guess I would love to kind of just open it up for some open questions and you guys can type it in below. I'm gonna go pass my baby off to my husband really quick and I'm gonna switch over to my phone and let you guys think for a minute.
Phyllis. Hi. So I came on a couple minutes late and wondering if you or Brooke had already answered the question about, like I get a lot of people who want to go into the 7-day challenge, but then when it comes time to either enroll or have them purchase their products, they're interested to don't want to share the business to get their product paid for, and they say it's too much money, and so they're going to hold off for a while. And so just to get past that, when they don't want to share to get their products paid for and they're saying it's too much money.
Yeah, so you have to ask them, like, whenever, like I always wait to tell them how much anything costs until I find out exactly what their health and wellness concerns are. Because if you can get them to talk about like why they even wanted to try the Slim in the first place, that might make it worth a little more, like put a little more value in the product. But also you could have them you could ask them, like, what is it you spend your money on every day? Are you a Starbucks frequenter? Because for me, my first day on Slim, and this isn't everyone's, this is not everyone's story, but it was my story. Like, I stopped drinking coffee right away. So, if I had been a Starbucks person, I would have saved myself $5 a day right there. And that's what the triplex cost, is $5 a day. So they just have to really find, you know, what it is that they're trying to fix, you know, what is their story, what's their concern, and just make their health the priority. Because if Diet Cokes and coffee and alcohol and processed foods and drive-through is their priority, you know, they're going to continue to feel like crap. And so, you know, we just have to kind of go at it, I guess, like that is, you know, what are your health and wellness goals? And then just remind them that, I mean, honestly, a bag of Slim is nothing, you know, like it's $82 as a preferred customer. So what's that? Almost like less than $3, $2.75 a day. So that's cheaper than a Starbucks cup of coffee, and it'll give them so much more. And so that's when you go into just like really educating, like, hey, can I send you some information about that pink drink? It's not just about energy, and there's no stimulant. So, you know, I kind of, you know, you do ask them, you can't just force your product on them, but you want to educate. So just like the BioCleanse, like Brooke was talking about, you want to provide the education. And if you guys don't know the answer, I mean, there's definitely places to research it, but you know, your upline should be able to help you find that. I'm a great resource. I have a ton of stuff saved in my phone. So you guys can always come to me or just ask in the team thread, and we can put it there so everybody can learn, because you guys have great questions. Like all the questions that I gave to Brooke, those are perfect. So I was just reading yours when you hopped on and asked. So that's perfect. I'm glad does that help at all, you guys? Or does anybody else have like something they would suggest for Mary? Like what else would you guys do? Anybody pipe in, please.
I think one thing that is that you have to work on creating value for people and almost making it their own idea. Because if it's their idea and they see the benefit and the value, they'll do it. And so start doing that from a very early stage in your conversation, talking about, well, what are your habits, like Phyllis was talking about? And then talking about the price of health, right? Like I just share with people, we haven't been to the doctors in 2 years. I haven't bought cases of Diet Coke in 2 years. My kids don't get sick. Like the price is so worth it. And I think that sharing with passion and not being passive is super important, because sometimes when we get a little pushback, we get nervous. And so we kind of back off and we're not passionate. If you're not passionate, you are not going to move them to activity. So always share with passion and with your heart that I know this is going to help you, and I want to see you feeling better.
Yeah, that's great. Great advice. I have a question from Sandra, and we are at 4 minutes, just so you guys know. She's asking, does block help diabetics? If it blocks 48% of sugar and carbs, is this a must for diabetics?
It does help diabetics. I think it's a really fantastic choice for diabetics. And I would have them take it twice a day before 2 meals. So yeah, it will, because it's going to block the number of carbs that you are absorbing, right? So it's going to help to stabilize the blood sugars. It's not necessarily a must, but if they have it in their budget, I would say yes, they should definitely give it a try. One other thing that I would say is beneficial if they are diabetic, I love mixing one original Slim and one new Slim, because I have seen in some people original Slim control their blood sugars even a little bit better. And I love the benefits of the prebiotics. So if I'm going to put someone on 2 Slims a day, often I'll put them on one original and one new Slim, because then they get both benefits.
Oh, that's great. Okay, awesome. Does anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah. Guys, I just want to tell you how much your leader works so hard for you, how much she loves you, how much she's invested in your success. And I know you guys love her too. And it's just so exciting to watch this team explode. And I want to encourage you guys to all rally around each other and rally around her and make amazing things happen this month and next month. And I'm just excited to be a part of this team and to be a part of what you guys are doing.
Thank you. I'm excited too, you guys. We had 147 people on our team from January and February. And so I was thinking about it. I thought, oh my gosh, if everybody got one person on their team to get one more person, that I would be Emerald. You know what I mean? Like that makes Emerald right there in those 2 months. So I just want you guys to see that for your own personal teams, like for that to fuel your fire, to get yourself promoted, because don't do all the work yourself. Like you're going to beat yourself into the ground doing it all yourself. Like you want your team to start working. And so that's why, like from the start, I just start sharing, like you guys need to find those 3 people, or just find one person, like go get them to be your accountability partner, because it really, really does help. I think this is going to like cut us out here any second, but I know, but I want to say I love you. Yeah, I just love you guys. And thank you, Brooke, so much for supporting us so much. And anyway, I'm trying to be the best leader I can. If you guys have any suggestions for me or something you'd like to see me doing differently or helping you more, please reach out, because I'm a work in progress and, have some big lofty goals, but you guys have definitely got me to where I'm at right now. So you're all responsible for this. And I'm excited to just keep going and take us further. So anyway.
So exciting. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Thanks, Brooke. We'll cut it off here. Thank you.